Wonderful. Okay, Likutei Halachos Hashachar Halachot. We're in the middle, towards the end, of Seif Ayin Daled 74. All the true tzaddikim that went this way, and they saw, that's that this world is passing. It's very quickly. I mean, it's like, and it's gone. I mean, they took themselves away from the tavis of this world and put themselves into avodas Hashem. And Hashem showed them, according to how much work they put into it, this is how Hashem showed them His will. We're holding by Seif Ayin Hey, 75. The first one that really put the effort in was Avraham Avinu. He says, from him came our fantastic inheritance, that we boast, we glorify in it every single day. And we say, Ashreinu, Matov Chelkeinu, Manaim Goaleinu, Umayafei Yerushaseinu. I mean, how fortunate we are, how incredible is our lot, and how pleasant is our fate, and how beautiful is our inheritance. Ashreinu, Shanu Mashkimim, how fortunate we are that we wake up in the morning and we immediately say Shema Yisrael, we unify HaKadosh Baruch Hu, from the first day. It all started with Avraham Avinu. With Bircot HaKadosh and his Heilige way went his sons, Yitzchok and Yaakov, and all the Heilige Shvatim, all the Holy Shvatim, Ad Sheba Moshe Rabbeinu Olav Hashalom. Till Moshe Rabbeinu Olav Hashalom came. And so it's Al Yesod Zeh, on that basis, on these foundations, He gave us the Holy Torah Shebechtav Ba'al Peh. And from the day that we were zeichet to Kabbalas Torah, from Moshe Rabbeinu, from Moshe to Yeshua, from Yeshua to the came to the elders, and to the elders, to the people of the Grand Assembly of the Knesset Gdolah, v'chol all the way until today. Ad hayom hazeh, until today, we have to walk in their footsteps. And what? Lidrosh v'lechapes v'levakesh achar Yitzorin Yisborach. To seek and to do everything that we possibly can in order to find and ascertain the Ratzon of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's the only thing that we need to do. I think I need to do something with the lighting over here. You excuse me for the
zoom in.
Yeah, I'm like, I think it's too dark, and the people that are watching are go like, huh? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהכל מדברו. Okay. To seek and to find and to quest to find what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants. כמו שכוסו בתהילים דירשו Hashem v'uzoi, demand Hashem and His strength, bakshu fanav tamid, seek His face at all times. See, bismach lemnakshei Hashem, the heart of those who seek HaKadosh Baruch Hu will always be happy. V'chein harbe, and also it's written the same thing in many, many places. Ki gam ata af al pi shekva Torah, even though the Torah was already given. And we know what He wants very clearly. That is what? To be Mekayim the Torah mitzvahs. And to be sumera, to stay away from bad. That's what Tov, and to do good. But we still don't know with what we are with this. Kitzur shel Odom izgaber alav b'chol yom. The Yetzer Hara gets up every single day. And the actual work in the trenches, is very complicated. We know basically what we need to do, but life throws us curveballs, and comes out of left field. And we what do you do when you do this, and what do you do when you fail, and what do you do with this, and what do you do with that? And for each one, for somebody, the Ilchas L'Shonara, to say, There are some people that to say upon them that they learn for 1 hour a day. It's a shvach. But there are other people that you say they learn for 1 hour a day. It's a derogatory statement. They should be learning 6 hours. He's learning Kol, learning 1 hour a day. What are you doing with this time all day long? Drinking tea. So in other words, there are many grays within the black and white. You know, in the battle of life. So we still don't know, and that's why David the Melech Olav Shalom has requested a few bakoshes and tchines that he will be zoichet to a mechaber of the Kodesh Baruch and the Ratzon of Kodesh Baruch Hu. That he said in Tehillim, he says, "Zamdeni lasot retzonecha." He says, "Teach me how to do your will," because it's very complicated. And he also said, "In at ana ashis eitzes benafshe," until when I'm going to give myself advice, you know, like, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I do it that way? And the Yetzer Hara, you know, he comes and fools you with mitzvahs. I mean, it's a real war. I wish that my ways will be paved to keep your laws. It says written in many places. Shazani said, the entire book of Psalm, of the Tehillim, is based on that kind of that warfare. You know, the strategies, the tactics of how to deal with the grays, with the confusions within the clear boundaries of the Torah. Aval Kol Ike Yesod Kol HaTorah, the main foundation of the entire Torah. Kulo Shal Tzachim Laleches Velechos Darkei Avotzeinu Avos Adu Yaakov, that we have to follow the footsteps of our forefathers, of ancestors, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, Moshe, and Aaron, and all of a sudden, all the tzaddikim that came after them, and they're going in their ways. Even though we are not zeichet to be like them, mamish, you know, and to break our taivas like them. But nevertheless, we're still zeichet to tachlis hanitzchi by getting close to them and their heilige ways. As Chazal said, you know, they praise like to no end the level of those who adhere themselves to the Talmidei Chachamim and to the real tzaddikim. And as the days go by, that we're plowing our way, we're looking, we're digging, we're missing to find their ways properly in order to be zeicha, go according to the Ratzon of Kodesh Baruch Hu, because the Bechira is always open. You know, it's like there's nothing you can do. It's just the Eilu Tzadikim Ashleim, these complete tzadikim, they were zeicha through their great kedusha until they have a koyach with the tefillah to mevatel atema, to megala that everything is happening with the Ratzon of a Kodesh Baruch Hu. That they have the koyach. I think that I should probably close the. You're wondering, what are they digging so much? What's wrong with them? Can't you just be satisfied with what goes on there? All right. There's something. Maybe try to turn on the slide. Let's see what happens here with the picture. No. Yeah, it's okay. All right. So they have a koyach that the Kodesh Baruch Hu will do what they want. As he said in the Bircot Ovis, you know, do Aseret Tzoncho Kirtzoncho, do the will of Kodesh Baruch Hu, your will, so that He will do, you know, others, you know, so that He will do your will as His will. And with this, and the reason why this is very important, it's not like, yo, you know, Shufuni Anas, just watch me out, what I can do, I can daven, and Kodesh Baruch Hu will do what I want. That's not what it's about. The reason why this is so important, that what they daven for Kodesh Baruch Hu gives them, is to show the world that Kodesh Baruch Hu runs the world according to the way He wants. That it's not a teva chas v'shalom. It's not nature chas v'shalom. That Kodesh Baruch Hu the world runs the way it does because the Kodesh Baruch Hu actively wants it. And when the tzaddikim, they, force their own will to correspond with Hashem's will, Hashem makes His will correspond with their will. And it's not like He's doing them a favor. It's not like he's giving some kind of a schar or anything. It's not because of that. It's because that's the thing that shows the world that Kodesh Baruch Hu runs the world. He runs the show. Because the tzaddikim daven, Hashem changes nature. So you can see that nature can change according to Ratzon Kodesh Baruch Hu. This is the gilui of the Ratzon of Hashem, the gilui of the fact that Kodesh Baruch Hu runs the world. And the Galim Meirim Ratzon Bizgolus Niflo, they reveal and they enlighten, the Ratzon with tremendous revelation that everybody sees that Kodesh Baruch Hu, Hashem is Baruch, Mani Goylova Kirtzoinoi, He leads the world according to His own will, Vikirtzoinom, according to their will. As it is said that the Ikiyas Galus HaRotzon is through the Tefillah, the main revelation of the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Bria follows the will of Hashem to the T, is through Tefillah. Because Tefillah changes nature. So if Tefillah changes nature, and nature changes in accordance to Tefillah, obviously there's somebody who has the koyach to change nature. Because otherwise Tefillah, nature wouldn't change without Tefillah. אבל זה לא מה זה עשה אלוקים. הקדוש ברוך הוא made the two opposing koiches one against the other. And so koich גם בסטרא אחרא, he also gave a koich in סטרא אחרא, שתוכל להסעקן ככובע בני אדם, that it will be able to imitate, like a monkey imitating a person, until the koich also the chartum and mechashvim, the warlocks and the scientists, the shiasukim maset tzadikim, and especially those who knew kishuv, they should do like maset tzadikim to change nature according to with the shemes atumah. When they knew shemes atumah, and black magic, they could change nature. As the Torah says, whatever this tremendous mofsim that Moshe Rabbeinu did. The warlocks, of Mitzrayim, they did the same thing. The olam, the kedusha, is at the end the kedusha wins, and Moshe overcame them. As it is said, that the staff of Aaron HaKohen swallowed up their staffs. Until in a few miracles later, the Khatum couldn't get out the lice, until they have to be moided. This Etzba Elokim, this is the finger of Hashem. The Afal Pichen, Kodesh Baruch Hu strengthened the heart of Paro. But at the end, even Paro had to admit and to say, the Kodesh Baruch Hu is the tzaddik, and he had to send them. And then he had charata, he regretted it, and he chased after them, until Hashem showed him his full hand. Showed his full hand, split the sea, Am Yisrael went through the sea. But I thought he can also, I can do that too. Everything makes sense, everything is rational. Bada bim, bada boom, went into the water, and the water covered them up. When I learned in yeshiva, a gazillion years ago, I learned in yeshiva, Olei Tshuva in Bnei Brak. And one of the Talmidim that learned there, so the guy was a man who was very chashuv by Hashachar. And his name is Rebbe Loza Grunberger. He's from Cincinnati. And he spent many years in Cincinnati, and he achieved a lot of stuff. Now they said he lives in Israel, I haven't seen him. But anyhow, the Rebbe Loza Grunberger, I remember when he got married. When he got married, Reb Noach Weinberg, because he was already part of Hashachar, so Reb Noach Weinberg, Zichrono Levracha, came to the wedding. And I remember the shmooze that he gave. he was saying it's a b'shvach of Elazar Grunberger, but what he said, you spoke about this, and he said that yes, and he says that Moshe and Aaron, it says Hashem sends Moshe and Aaron, and Hashem says that is Meshabeach, Moshe and Aaron, that they didn't deviate from Hashem. Hashem told them, go, make the miracles. They went and did the miracle, it didn't change. So he asked the question, just a second. What's the big shvach? Somebody asked him, hey, want to go do a miracle? Of course, when you're in. Love to do a miracle. Only what's written there, that when they took their staffs, they threw them down, they turned into snakes. It says, V'yasu chartume Mitzrayim, and the warlocks of Mitzrayim did also belateim with their magic and so. Why does the Torah says Vayasu gam also chartume Mitzrayim gam hem belateim ken? They did also with their, because the measure says, because what actually happened is that Moshe Rabbeinu came and threw their staffs on the floor and became snakes. So first of all, everybody started laughing. They thought it was the funniest thing on earth. They took their staffs, they threw them on the floor, and they became snakes. The wives came, and they threw their staffs on the floor, and they became into snakes. And people were laughing, and then the kids from school came, and they took snakes. They also became snakes. In other words, what Moshe and Aaron did was akin to stepping into MIT and taking out a matchbox and saying, hey, you want to see a miracle? Says Melamed, that Moshe and Aaron were not impressed. He says, you go and you do a miracle, it may look like it's a joke. But Sofak Dusha, because then they turn back into sticks, and the sticks swallow the Egyptian sticks. He said, then the Khartoumim got scared. And he says, and when you laugh really hard, then you get scared, you get really scared. Because it's suddenly in the middle of laughing up to become you chap a Shrek, then you chap really, then you get really scared. So he was saying the Shevach of Elazar Grunberger is that he goes and he speaks, he doesn't care, people are laughing and not laughing, he just goes. Baruch Hashem, he's responsible for a lot of the tshuva in Cincinnati, whatever it is. I haven't spoken to him in many years. But anyhow, he says, until Hashem, and you see it keeps on going. And he says, V'hinei mikol ha'meises ha'neres ha'elu, from all these incredible you can see the godel of Bechir that Hashem gave to a person. Being that we want to learn all the Likutei, we will stop right here.